shakes. The water is rising in the lakes. The clouds they gather, the winds tonight. I can feel it in the air, it's coming all right. Feel the thunder, but don't fear the night. Weather and wisdom is by your side. Rain and hail as it pierces the air, but don't forget to like and share. Say hello to David and Mark. Get ready, the show is about to start. Keeping you informed at every update so you can stay safe and feeling great. Feel the thunder, but don't fear the night. Weather and wisdom is by your side. Rain and hail as it pierces the air, but don't forget to like and share. Storm warnings flash across the screen. Nature's power in all its scenes. Updates flowing through the feed, bringing you the news you need. Feel the thunder, but don't fear the night. Weather and wisdom is by your side. Rain and hail as it pierces the air, but don't forget to like and share. And share. Say hello to David and Mark. Get ready, the show is about to start. Keeping you informed at every update so you can stay safe and feeling great. Feel the thunder, but don't fear the night. Weather and wisdom is by your side. Rain and hail as it pierces the air, but don't forget to like and share. Storm warnings flash across the screen. Nature's power in all its scenes. Updates flowing through the feed, bringing you the news you need. Feel the thunder, but don't fear the night. Weather and wisdom is by your side. Rain and hail as it pierces the air, but don't forget to like and share.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Dave. How are we doing this afternoon?
If I was any better, I'd be you.
You must be doing pretty good then.
Yeah, we got Denise Darnell on with us. Hi, David Mark. And we got Brandon Daniel, my good friend Brandon from out there at the Finish Line Car Wash. And I got to tell you, that place right there will flat out polish your car. And Brandon, I promise you I'm going to come see you. I just haven't had an opportunity yet. Let's see here. Sunny161 says, hi, David Mark and y'all Thunder Buddies. And Tracy Ringman says, I made it at the start. Yay. Hey, David Mark, how's everyone keeping this Sunday? And Tin Can Ham Joe says, howdy, y'all. You know, I'm hearing a little echo. I guess probably that door needs to be shut, Mark.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. And then I have, let's see, we got Project Poor Runner says, anyone excited for the Northern Lights tonight? Well, we know that the Northern Lights are going to be occurring. I think they're going to be more to the north of us. There is an outside chance you could see them here, but the problem is we have smoky skies from the wildfires up in Alberta. And so probably if there were even a chance to see them, that probably has ruined it for everybody. So just letting you know, you can try looking for them, but I don't think that you'll have much of an opportunity to see them. We'll see, but it would be, I don't know, middle of the night or something. Thank you, Eric. He says, yes, echo fixed. So anyway, let me see what else we got here. We got Linda McElrath on. Hi, Linda. And Ruth Thomas. Oh, wait a minute. I'm about to get my glasses on. I'm sorry, everybody, but I'll tell you, I've been looking at computers for the last 24 hours, and my eyes are absolutely blurry. So hopefully now I can see a little better. Keith Thomas says, happy Sunday evening to you, David Mark. And Tin Can Ham says, I'm kind of excited for the Aurora, but it means that HF bands suck. It does. And I will tell you, if you're feeling a little under the weather, that may be because geomagnetic storms do affect you in a way that you might not expect. I have a whole list of it. I just don't have them in front of me. I will try to let you know what that is, but hopefully this will not be too bad. But it'll give you some, I don't know, Mark, you remember what some of the symptoms were? When it headaches? And
headaches, and feeling like there's pressure, and even when there's not, it's just it messes with your
psychic a little
body's
bit.
Electrical system.
It messes with your psychic a little bit. Some people say it increases their psychic powers a little, I guess, so to speak. But anyway,
and
do
this
your
is
research.
A strong one. This is this is listed as a G4 severe geomagnetic storm.
I'm a little surprised. I'm hoping that we do at least see some spotless days this year, because the main event should have already started winding down. We would be headed towards a minimum here one of these days, which will help in our heat and stuff like that. It'll help reduce the heat on the Earth's atmosphere. But anyway, let's see. Tin Can Hams, Tracy, you should be able to see without camera tonight. I don't know. I'm not very up on that, to tell you the truth. Let's see here. Eric, do you still hear an echo on me? He says, okay, no, he said echo was fair. I thought maybe I was looking at the wrong one. Brandy, none of your business. Hey, Brandy says, please tell me the 400-mile yard sale, is it going to be rained out? It is not. Unless you happen to be over between Russell and Bowling Green. Then you might get some showers. You know, I said in my update that the storms will be few and far between. Well, they will be unless you happen to be over here. But you see this.
Maybe up there.
Yeah, this is a stationary front stretched across our area. And that's what's the focus of these storms are. They're not going to be very long lasting. They're not going to be severe, but they could mess up your parade if you happen to be, having a parade, or if you happen to be at a yard sale or something like that. Lisa Murray says she's had headaches for 3 days, and that's probably what it is there, Lisa. So, and body aches like the flu, Linda McElrath. And, all that stuff is part of the it's part of the symptoms of a strong geomagnetic storm. It does affect your ability because, after all, the sun affects a lot of things, and it does affect you. So Brandy says she'll be in Fairview. So everybody go to Fairview and aggravate Brandy, none of your business. And tell her Dave Powell says, hey. Tin Can Ham says he got his info from Space Weather Women. She has a YouTube page and is one of the top solar weather experts in the U.S. Well, she may be, but all things considered, if I look at the aura pattern that's coming off the sun, it's definitely going to be better off to the north. So, not saying you can't see it here locally, and I hope you can, because
the
it
timing
is
didn't work out quite right for this to be
right.
for the strongest ones to be on our side or over our northern part during the nighttime hours.
Right.
I think they swung through like in the like midday hours today.
Yeah. But it could still have some auras coming off tonight, because it is a very strong flare, a geomagnetic storm, one of the stronger ones we've had in a while. But again, we'll just have to see. I hope you can see it. Eric Brake says, Tracy Runyon, YouTube seems to be handing out points for chatters. Oh, me, I don't know. I'm not sure I follow what he's talking about. I'm going to have to look up here and see what she said, because Eric, don't mess around. Oh, she says, Tracy Runyon, what is the icon on the crown backed in purple mean? I don't know what that means exactly. That is kind of strange. I see that. Then there's a white one too where Eric is on. And I wonder, let me see what that means. Anybody have any idea? No. I just messed up my whole thing here. So, Anyway, yeah, I don't know what it means either. I'll have to do some research on it. Got quite a few viewers on with us. So let's talk about the weather, Mark. Talk to them about what we're expecting and can expect.
Well, again, we got about a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. Highs will be in the low 80s. They're already well into the low 80s all across West Kentucky. Some of the northern places in West Kentucky are only in the upper 70s, but they're getting close to 80. A slight chance of thunderstorms lasting on into the evening, but just a slight chance. Patchy fog in the morning. Then tomorrow is supposed to be sunny with a high in the mid 80s. Tuesday is sunny with a high in the upper 80s, close to 90. Wednesday, partly sunny with a high in the upper 80s. And then by Wednesday night and Thursday, our rain chances increase again, highs in the middle 80s again. And then they trail on off to the low 80s by the time we get to Saturday, with on and off chances of thunderstorms through the whole period.
Okay. So, yeah, those storms, we don't know about the severity on them just yet. There's a chance that some are going to be strong to severe as we get on out there into the distance, but we'll see. Let's see. Okay, so Tin Can Ham says it's the chat leaderboard. So I guess that's the ones that are the leaders on the chat, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
But
whoever's made the most comments.
I don't know. Maybe so. I didn't know they were starting that either, Tracy. And then Dave says, when will cicadas go away? I bet he is having cicada problems, but you know what? I haven't seen any here. It's just absolutely weird.
Well, we're kind of out of the brood for this year. It's all off to our east.
Yeah, I guess you're right, because I haven't heard anything. Let's see here.
Remember, the different broods, they all hatch out at different frequencies, different times. So you may get it one summer and then you won't get it the next. We'll all probably get a few of the common green cicadas we have, but those are few and far between, and that's a little bit farther on in the summer.
Yeah, Brandy's got a number 3 crown on hers, so that's because you're not talking much, Brandy. Oh, give her time. Joyce Keith Thomas, not to be the bearer of bad news, but the new COVID is about the same symptoms of the first one that hit in 2020. Well, that's not good, but I sure hate to go back into that stuff.
I think everybody will probably refuse to go back into a lot of that stuff because it wasn't that effective to begin with. What they'll do with this one, these kind of viruses, they come in, they may be strong to start out with. They'll mutate. You might get a strong strain, but it mutates fast. Basically, basic healthcare things, don't get too close to people if they're acting like they are sniffly or coughy, and just take care of yourself. Make sure you wash your hands often, and especially after you touch things like doorknobs or keyboards or anything else that somebody else may have touched.
And
Common sense things like that.
increase your dosage of zinc and vitamin
Mm-hmm.
D and vitamin C. That is one thing that's
Yeah.
helped me immensely. And that does, you get that in your system, it'd be hard for it to get you down too bad anyway. So Denise Nardell said it is bad last year. It was miserable outside. I agree. And Brandy says, "Oh, I'm thankful they aren't here this year. Those things were horrible last year." I agree with you. See, of course, says
Yeah.
I ain't heard any. Oh my goodness. Chris Meacham says, "Hopefully, it won't be a very hot summer," and that's something we can talk about a little bit because you and I have been researching this quite a bit, and I'm going to be honest with you. What I'm about to say will go against what a lot of the official folks are saying. They're calling for a long, hot summer. I'm calling for just the opposite. I think this is going to continue because the models do show this type of weather continuing all the way through mid-July. Am I right about that, Mark?
Pretty much, everything we've seen just shows a continuation of the pattern. We will get a warm stretch for a few days. There is a heat ridge out to our west that'll come across us and make us warm for a while. But then there's continual pushes of lows and cold airs pushing across it that'll break it down and continue to push into our area. So it'll be like warm, wet, and cool, warm, wet, and cool, warm, wet, and cool. And of course, that's relative to the time of the year. I mean, in the middle of summer, if you're down around 80 degrees, you're cool.
Yeah, that's true. So we're not saying there's not going to be any hot weather because there will be, but compared to years past, I just don't see us going into any heat waves for any long period of time. But there are certain things they seem to say that if it develops a certain way that we could have a heat wave that go into October, but I just don't see it. That's not in I don't know where they're getting that information from. It just boggles my mind, but I'm not going to poo-poo it till I research a little more, but I just don't see it happening. So we'll see. I don't know. That's, you know how I am. I'm just, sometimes I'll go against the grain and get egg on my face, but I don't think I will this time. I'm still pretty comfortable. Tracy Rain, any more news about the twister that hit Washington and Boyle counties last Friday? Mark, you know anything about that one? I do know a little bit.
Yeah, the last I heard, it was an EF2. It did run across 2 counties there, and there was 1 fatality, unfortunately.
Yeah. Would that have been a front ender?
It could have been. It could have been. It was definitely unusual in happening, and there wasn't a watch out for anything. They weren't in an area of a higher SPC rating or anything. It just one of those things that the storm was strong enough to pop one down, and it lasted a little bit. So.
Daryl Bass says, how would that mix with the prediction that the hurricane season is going to be crazy? Well, I think that's going to go along with what I'm saying than it would be for those that are saying it's going to be a long, hot summer because obviously tropical systems can definitely make a difference. It'll give you extended rain, and the more rain you have, the more evapotranspiration you can get, which is let's see, how do I describe what that is in terms they can understand, Mark? Explain to them what evapotranspiration is.
It's just when there's moisture on the plants and in everything, when it's able to evaporate, it cools the air a bit. It's called evaporational cooling. It'll also happen when rain starts. That's why you get really cool air when you get a rain shower as well. And that just will kind of subdue those really hot temperatures when they come in, that and the added cloud cover.
So it also, as you go through, you don't want high pressure over you because high pressure is just that. It compresses the air. And then as it compresses it, it's like anything else on a small level, it increases the heat because of the friction of the air. And I'm sorry to get too technical on it with you guys, but anyway. Hey, there's Barb Riggenberg. She says, hi, guys. As soon as I stepped outside, the sun disappeared and my dark cloud was there to greet me.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, hope to see you again here soon, Barb. Keith Thomas says, older I get, the really hot weather. Yeah. See, of course, is what's with these little storms suddenly coming out of nowhere north of us?
Well, as we said, there's a little bit of a stationary front there that
And
they're
here it
generating
is.
along.
Yeah, you can see it. Here is the stationary front. There's a kind of a little disturbance right there along it, but that's the stationary front, and you see the showers kind of line up right along it. So that's what's causing it. Again, they will be short-lived. I don't think these could get down here into the Hopkinsville area. I'm not too.
Yeah, maybe, maybe not.
Yeah,
We
I'm
may
not
just
too
get cool
concerned.
breeze off of them when they
True.
dissipate.
Got a little one developing over here at Lake Barkley. It looks like, and that's a sign that the lake water is at least reasonably warm. But anyway, in fact, let's take a look over there at the. I want to look at Lakeside Campgrounds camera. And
Yeah.
it's nice day, 83 degrees, light winds, it looks like. And there's a boat out there. Looks like they're fishing.
Yeah, been seeing several boats pass back and forth through there.
That's a beautiful place there, I tell you. It's pretty nice. Let's see here. Might as well look at the elevator cam. South Hopkinsville, you can see a fairly decent day. A little hazy, but not bad. Traffic's relatively light. It actually kind of looks a little warm there. And then let's see here. What's next? I'll try Barkley just see if it's up yet. And nope, of course
And
not.
it's not.
And there's the WKDZ cameras. Look, go west. They're at I-24 and 6880 interchange, coming to you from the WKDZ studios. And let's look at the Katie's camera again. Fairly light breezes, but that helps to keep the air stirring, and it makes you have a little bit of cooling effects on you. Let's see here. I'm going to go on back to our radar.
Yeah, Crystal Nolt is asking, what is Kirkmansville looking like for tonight?
Kirkmansville, good old Kirkmansville. Well, I tell you what, they're right here close. I know where there they are, right here.
Yeah,
they
could
actually
get a shower or two tonight.
That's what I'm thinking.
This afternoon.
These showers could drop down over Kirkmansville, so don't be surprised to get a little shower. It's not going to last long. It won't be a big deal or anything, but you could get some brief, heavy rain and then just disappear after a few minutes. It may cause you to have some fog in the morning, though, just so you know.
Yep.
Evan Miller's on, says hi. Hi, Evan. And I saw Daryl Bass. Hey, Daryl Bass. He says, that's some great science, guys. Thanks. Well, you got to come join us. You're supposed to bring your wife, Carla, and y'all are supposed to join up with us. So she's going to have to hog tie you or something, get you to come along. But anyway, Keith Thomas, they're trying to get some of them catfish. That's what the boats.
Yep.
I tell you what, it's nothing better than a good old plate of catfish. Speaking of which, we might as well pay some bills, and let's be sure and go out and patronize this. If I can find the commercial. Here it is, right here. Welcome to Ma's Kitchen in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, home of the $1.50 made-from-scratch sausage and biscuits. Load your plate with Kentucky classics, fried chicken, salmon patties, Salisbury steak, and sides like baked beans, mac and cheese, and fresh hot rolls. And don't miss our barbecue chicken, potato salad, and brown beans. Our brownies are made from scratch daily, bursting with rich chocolate flavor. And don't miss our old-fashioned pecan pie, a Southern classic. Located down from Harbor Freight at 3022 Fort Campbell Boulevard in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. When you can't go to Mama's, come to Ma's Kitchen. You know what? That's a great place to eat. You and I have eaten there several times, and people are just they're amazed by it. I'm glad she's doing well, because they really are good food. It's some of the best I've had in a long, long time. And like I said, if you can't go to Mama's, go to Ma's, and that's a good.
You know what they say too? If you want to know a good place to eat, look where all the police officers eat.
They sure gather.
Eat a lot.
Oh, they gather out there, don't they? Yeah.
Yes, they do. It's like, we were sitting there the other day when we were having lunch, and I think probably 3/4 of the Hopkinsville police force walked in.
Yeah, they were enjoying the food there. Judy Bennett says, we're going to Ma's Kitchen on Tuesday. I can't wait for biscuits and gravy. Woohoo.
Ooh,
boy.
Yes, indeed.
I tell you what, their sausage and biscuits, those $1.50 sausage and biscuits are the best things I ever put in my mouth. But they got this other breakfast sandwich called Spam and Egg on Toast. Oh, my gosh. I'm not going to keep on, because I get sickening whenever I go talking so much back, because I like it so well.
Yeah, and there's a few people out there that don't like sausage. They also have a bacon.
Yeah, bacon biscuit. Yeah, absolutely. And I got to tell you something else. why would you worry about thunderstorms and everything if you had yourself a storm shelter? By the way, this storm right here is moving on down, so we might get a little bit out of that for Hopkinsville. And this is across the lakes,
It could.
building up a little
Good.
too. So, but like I said, you need to get a storm shelter. Absolutely is a requirement. You need it, and it's going to be one of those things that'll be good for you, and you will never have to worry about storms again. Take a look at this.
It's the middle of the night, and tornadic storms are approaching. The nearest public shelter is miles away, and they don't allow pets. You should have purchased a Mid-South storm shelter. Mid-South storm shelters offer you the security of having your own shelter at your doorstep. These sturdy and roomy shelters come in below-ground or above-ground styles. Both styles accommodate 10 people comfortably and will give you peace of mind anytime severe weather threatens. When the weather gets severe, have no fear with a Mid-South storm shelter. Call today at 270-725-6020. Mention the promo code Weather and Wisdom and you will get $200 off. Financing is available.
I got to tell you right now, if that's a deal, you need to get your name in the pot on getting a storm shelter if you want to take advantage of that special pricing. I will say, I know my sister is on, so she's probably over here around Simpson County, and she's looking off to the north. You'll see some black clouds as those storms kind of move down. Not going to be anything severe, so if you get storms that way, don't worry about it. But anyway, Michael Vance Contracting Roofing. I got to tell you, if you got some kind of problem with your roof, there is nobody better to call than Michael Vance Contracting Roofing. 270-707-ROOF. He's got teams out there ready and willing and fixing to head out. Anytime you call, he'll get right on it, and you guys will be glad you did, whether it be commercial or residential. He's one of the best at roofing. Also, he owns Lakeside Campground Marina. You just saw the camera from over there. What a beautiful place. I don't know if they've got any vacancies left, but you might check in, call them on visitlakesidecampground.com. You'll find the phone number and everything. That's their website, visitLakesideCampground.com. And golly, I got to get a hold of my good friend Katie Moyer. I know she's, I don't know where she is today. She's probably out there watching somewhere. But she's got some of this fishing attraction. I'm going to tell you all about it. This right here is to kill for. If you want to give yourself an edge in catching fish, you have to try Kentucky Hemp Works Fish Attractant. It is so easy to use, even a child can do it. A drop or two on your bait will yield amazing results.
I got him.
Make your fishing trip memorable. Catch lots of fish with Kentucky Hemp Works Fishing Attractant. Look for it in our online store at dpww.shop. Supplies are going fast, so place your order today. And also, there's our online store address, dpww.shop. Also has a link to Shop Weather and Wisdom, where you'll find T-shirts, apparel, all kinds of things. Give it a look at, and hopefully you'll like it. Let's see here. Let me go back here to radar. Chris Mitchum says,
Welcome to Ma's Kitchen in Hopkinsville,
What's
Kentucky.
wrong with that? I don't understand why it does that. All right, try this again. Here we go. Now, Chris Mitchell says, Dave, let's do a spotters meet and greet with our viewers and make sure y'all like and subscribe. Well, that's a good idea, I think, Chris, but where do you want to do it at? Sheila Edgar says, good afternoon, gentlemen. Can you please tell me what's happening in Flint, Michigan? Let's take a look. Move up here.
Right now, they're just going to be partly cloudy tonight with a low in the 40s. Tomorrow is going to be high around 80, mostly sunny. 80s with increasing clouds. And Tuesday night, their rain chances go up to like 70% by Wednesday and all the way through Thursday. And that looks like it continues all the way up until Friday night. And then by Saturday, it'll be partly sunny with a high in the mid 70s. Saturday and Sunday, partly sunny or mostly sunny with a high in the mid 70s. So it looks like you got some rain coming in through the later part of the week, but then nice weather after that.
Well, I've seen Flint on here 100 times, but I'll be darned if I can find it right now. Would it be in the Upper Peninsula?
Go to Detroit and go northwest from there.
All right. Detroit and northwest.
Yeah.
some thunder.
Yeah. If you're Lansing, you're too far
There
to
it is.
the
I found it.
west.
There it is, right there.
There you go.
Okay. Well, there is a camera up that way. Let's see. Where was that camera? It's in Kalamazoo, I think. Well, I don't see it anymore. No, there it is. Hold on. The camera's not up though. So anyway.
Yeah, let me see. There was one right there near Detroit too, but I don't know if it's up either. It's not. So the cameras they normally have up that way are not there.
Anyway, it's a decent day. I wonder. I've got to see where that thunder's coming from. Surely it's not. Well, it could be coming from up here or over here. I don't know. Bet
Be a
it's
pretty
this.
loud one.
Well, this one right here has the ability to be kind of loud. It'd be down here. It's going to miss Crofton. It's heading southeast over towards Allegheny and Clifty.
Mm-hmm.
And even Elkton may get in on it. We'll see if it holds together. Again, I don't see anything too out of the ordinary. There's storms here.
There's a
It looks
little
like,
cell over in Trigg County.
yep, that's the one I was talking about earlier. It's over Barkley Lake right now. But really, I don't see anything too concerning about any of this. Like I said, this is all along the stationary front. So probably as the sun goes down, these will all dissipate and there will be nothing out there. I can't go up here and see. Let's see this one right here. Fire tower. Ooh. Looks like they got some rain going on right there. Let's get off of that one and go to, let's try this one right here.
Yeah, that's definitely rain back in there.
Sure is a pretty shot, though.
That is. That's a real pretty shot. A lot of those shots along the Kentucky-Tennessee border up along the north there are part of Tennessee are really pretty shots.
Here's another fire tower. Nothing out of the ordinary there, though. Let's take one more look over here at our good friends in Irwin, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Should be right here. Pinnacle Tower. Come on here. It's a hazy shot, but it's pretty.
It is.
But this tower is another one that they use to watch for forest fires. And anyway,
they may be getting a little bit of rain out of those clouds.
They
from
are.
The looks of it.
Yeah, 63 degrees is the temperature. Well, let's see here. April Lily got a crock pot of pinto beans going along with some hot water, jalapeno cornbread. Oh my goodness. That woman talking my language. Ethel Harvey says she's from Nortonville and she's watching. Good to see Ethel. Welcome aboard. She's watching us over on the Facebook simulcast.
Yeah.
And then Chris Mitchum says, Ma's Kitchen. That's where he wants to do it. Tracy Runyon says she's not a weather spotter, Chris Mitchum. Would love to attend and meet and greet. Won't be around there until late August. Could you wait until then? Imagine we'll have to. Is it supposed to get severe? Amy Stone Baines saying, no, I don't think it will. This one over here around the border is a little bit strong, but I don't see it. I don't see it getting severe.
Yeah. As I said, once you get over to the east of Logan County, right along the Kentucky-Tennessee border, they are in a marginal risk for today, but it is a very marginal risk. So
really none of these have increased any. There's no special weather statement on them right now at this time. I don't see much to worry about. Denise Darnell says, Chris Bishop sounds like a great idea. Yeah, Chris said he was going to pay for it, and that would be a really good thing for him to do.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mark, am I missing anything? Feels like I'm forgetting something. Paid the bills.
Well, we paid the bills.
We've talked about all this stuff.
Yeah, we've told him what the weather's going to be this week.
Yeah, so anyway.
Any birthdays?
Yeah, anybody got any birthdays out there? I'm just looking for an excuse to play the birthday song. Everybody says it sounds like a great idea Chris had. So, Chris, we're going to put you in charge of that. Let's see here. So, no birthdays. I'm sad I can't play that really funny song. Uh-oh. Claudia Lipple says her today. And Eric says his birthday is the 5th. Okay, well, that's good enough. Here we go. Y'all, is everybody ready to be entertained? Because this is going to have your foot tapping. Here we go.
I know you might not want to face the day, but David and Mark has something to say. Rain or shine, we'll start this party right. Today is your day, but we'll party all night. Birthday to you, my friend. I hope it is a good one from the moment it begins. It's gonna last all year long, and when it starts to end, you're gonna have another one, and then it starts all over again. Some days are more humid and winter gets cold, but that doesn't mean that you're getting old. It has the very same effect on nearly everyone, so throw that walker in the trash and let's have some fun. A very happy birthday to you, my friend. I hope it is a good one from the moment it began. If the storm is bad, we'll party in the halls. If it's sunny out, we'll party at Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls. Slowly I turn. Okay, I gotta go back to work. Got this weather thing that I gotta get back to and stuff. Happy birthday, Thunder Buddy!
Boy, isn't that a make sure? Here we go. Make sure I ain't doing anything wrong. Now we got it. Okay. Well, Brandy says she missed it on her birthday, so that song was for you too, Brandy. Cheryl Johnson Britt says, I just came on late to catch the weather. Can you recap it, please? Well, certainly. Recap it.
All right. Well, we've got about a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, which you can see that 30% there on the radar for this afternoon, high in the low 80s. Monday, patchy fog starting off, and then mostly sunny with a high around 85. Tuesday, high in the upper 80s and sunny. Wednesday, partly sunny, high in the upper 80s again, and then our rain chances increase as we go in for Thursday and on through the weekend, with our temperatures slowly easing back down to the low 80s.
It does look like the showers and thunderstorms are likely now, according to what they're saying for Saturday and I think even Friday. So prepare for some some Wayne and Wonderstorms, rain and thunderstorms. Claudia Lippel says, "Wee, a bit out of breath from dancing now." Well, I'm glad. April Lily said, had Indian fry bread tacos last night. All right, woman, where'd you get those at? Because me and you are going to have to talk. I love Indian fry bread. So anyway, yeah, we haven't looked at Niagara Falls. I guess I could show that camera real quick. Wayne and Wonderstorms. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. Let's see here.
As long as we don't see that wascally wabbit.
Yeah, Daryl Bass says 2025 is definitely be giving us some of those wonderstorms. Yeah, I guess so. Hold on, man. Let me
blow
see.
Up and we wonder where they came from.
Yeah, let me see if I can find that storm, that Niagara Falls somewhere out here. I know it's in here. Yeah, I found it. Hold on just a second. And here we go. There's Niagara Falls, as promised. Wow, they got a lot of visitors.
Yeah.
Look at all the people standing down there looking at the falls.
Yeah. The mist is rising a bit, but it's not as thick as it has been.
No,
so
it's
you can
not.
see pretty well today.
Traffic's a little heavy
And
there.
there's a maid of the mist making her way upstream toward the falls. So.
Man, oh man, that does look nice and pleasant. Anyway, so I think I'm gonna. Now you said I could. You said right click, right?
Right click, yeah.
And
Exit full screen.
It doesn't say that. Great. You know what? It doesn't. It doesn't say that.
You've kind of got it paused, is what you've got right now.
I know that, but let's just go here and look. Let's look down here at in Clarksville, the weather cam they have here. This is
Riverside Drive.
Thank you, Riverside Drive, and I believe this is the 101. And let's see what else we got here to choose from. We've also got exit 4 up here where it's Sam's Club is. Yeah, this is where you get on I-24. If you're down there at the mall coming back to Kentucky, you get on this right here. And also, if you want to look at the mall area, traffic's fairly light down there, but up in that little area up there is where you have the entrance to the mall. So
yeah,
I thought you guys would like to see that. April Lily says she made the fried bread herself. What is that, new alert? Okay. No, that's his watch. He's got to answer his watch. You know how those watches are. They tend to need to be answered sometime. But let me see if I've got anything else to look at. I would like to see, well, I'm going to set up to do a Earth Cam here.
My grandkid's playing with the phone.
Oh, okay. That'll happen.
With Melissa's phone.
All right. Well, let's go.
Phone. I don't know which.
Let's go back to the radar and let's say good night to everyone. We've been on for about 41 minutes, so that's a little longer than we normally do. Denise Darnell says the rain is starting in northern Caldwell, and that would be. Wait a minute here. I got to get back to my radar here. That would be. Okay, I guess that would be up in here somewhere. That would be northern Caldwell, so that'd be that little shower right there.
Right.
So just for you guys to know, these lines are storm tracks, and from this point right here to this point is about an hour and 15 minutes, just so you know. So that's how you can track that storm. So, yeah, I don't see anything to be too concerned about still. It's just plain old thunderstorms, nothing to get worried about. Even this one over here going into Tennessee's, it got a special weather statement on it, but it's not severe. Let's see what it says real fast. Let's see what it says real fast. Wind gust up to 40 and pea-sized hail. So that's just basically a plain thunderstorm, nothing really out of the ordinary. It'll be impacting Byrdstown and Dale Hollow Lake here in a little bit. So there you have it. So again, nothing to be concerned about. I see nothing severe. In fact, these storms right up in here around Bowling Green, between Bowling Green and Franklin, are kind of diminishing. So there we go. Tracy Rain says, did I get their last email, David? I think I did. I haven't. I swear, Tracy, I've been so busy. I haven't had time to even go through all my email. People clog up my email, my messaging and everything. I don't know. I'm going to have to do something there. I'm not sure what. Brandy, none of your business. Tracy Rain, fried green tomatoes, baked chicken, and farm fresh green beans and homemade biscuits. Oh, good grief. They're killing me. That means it's time to go, Mark.
Absolutely. I agree. It's getting supper time.
Yeah, so you got anything else you want to say before I shut her down?
Everybody, enjoy your beautiful Sunday afternoon. Even if you're getting a little bit of a thunder shower, enjoy the thunder shower. They're kind of fun when they're not severe. Yep. Other than that, enjoy the warm weather. Don't get too hot while you're out running around through the early part of the week, and we will see you again on Wednesday.
And there's Dave saying good night. Good to see you, Dave. Sorry I didn't say something to you earlier, but good to see you as well. So see y'all next time. And so our next broadcast will be, it would be Wednesday, and we'll give you up to date on where everything is at that time. So if I don't see you here, I'll see you here.
Bye.
Our show, we've had such fun, but now must go. Every moment's been a delight. Until next time, we say good night. Feel the thunder, but don't fear the night. Weather and wisdom is by your side. Rain and to like and share. Storm warnings flash across the screen. Nature's power in all its scenes. Updates flowing through the feed.